It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Commanders, and it's all up next.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball is teed up. Zane Gonzalez to do the honors. And we're off and running from Landover. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Throw complete to Warren. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. They go again with Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Warren's got it, complete. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Pass is cut at the 9. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Daniels from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Again, Daniels to the air. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. He'll get this to Samuel. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Here's Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. Play fake here, Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Robinson. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And the Colts sending 6 DBs out there. Dime package, 3rd down coming. Throwing now, Daniels. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vet, Tressway. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's an option to the left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Oh, here's another option. This one going right. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Here's 2nd and 5. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Third and just 2 to go. Taylor now up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Commanders looking down a very long field. The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Daniels on 1st down. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. From the 40 on 2nd down. To the right side is caught by Samuel. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They have themselves another first and 10. Working inside the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Colts take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. First down throw here from Richardson. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, here's Daniels. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And now it's second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. He completes it in traffic. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Third down give to Robinson. Has the first and more past midfield. And he's down to the 42-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down from the red zone. He's got it at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. He was downfield in a hurry, hoping to help with the play, but that effort cost some points as the penalty wipes out that touchdown. So now from further back, another try at 1st and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. Running it after the penalty. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Now it's a bootleg for him. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Daniels to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Schrader's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Colts offense set to head out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's one of those situations. It's such a quick read. Do I give it to the back or do I keep it myself? QB with the right decision, able to take it himself and get the 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Now a toss play. Taylor. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Kate, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a 1st down as close as they were to the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Richardson. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Richardson has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th and 3, drive on the line. They're going Taylor. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
The Commanders set to take over. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He finds Brown right side. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Commanders will have a first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
An option give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Daniels. This one's caught. And this one does not go far. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They've got first down from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Throw complete to Warren. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Desperation time here on 4th. Flushed out of the pocket. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Commanders all set to regain possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 32. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, here's Daniels. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead. Now Gonzalez on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts ready to take the field. And the last time we saw him, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This is reeled in by Pittman. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 33 on 2nd down. On the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, "Look out!" because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A throw right side finds Pittman. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needs.
Fortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Commanders are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders, well, they can probably just run away and hide. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Another carry for Robinson. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock. They pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.